Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Tien Prime Battle Extreme Z Awakening and how you can prepare for it in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now the Prime Battle Tien's Extreme Z Awakening is obviously going to come through the PHY LR Tri-Beam event. A new stage will be added in, and players will be able to Extreme Z Awaken them from there. If you look at previous Extreme Z Awakenings, we used to get Extreme Z areas for Prime Battle units, and these basically required you to have limited characters who ultimately, would require you to do a lot of preparation, Extreme Z Awaken them, or Extreme Z Awaken other Prime Battle characters. In terms of Tien, basically, to cut a long story short, you don't have to do this anymore. If you see from the Transcended Warrior and from the Buyer Broly event, if it was up, we no longer have to basically collect a whole bunch of random units to make sure that we are, needing them to EZA the Prime Battle. From now on, a new stage will just be added. It will have the same free-to-play restrictions as all the other stages, so you can only use characters from events or from stores. But at the end of the day, it is a very straightforward process. There may be some missions that require you to use certain characters, and the stage will require you to use free-to-play characters, but other than that, there won't be any additional requirements. The only other thing I can tell you is that you should consider farming certain free-to-play characters to make your life easier. So there are certain characters that I would suggest players get. These characters are going to be free-to-plays that a lot of players are going to have an easy time getting, or are characters that will help them out when eventually they do want to EZA Tien. When the stage 4 is added, like I said, there will more than likely be missions, but there will not be restrictions on your characters. So the best bet will be to bring characters that meet either the bonus type briefing or are characters that players will be able to essentially pre-farm, who will be useful in defeating Tien. These characters are mainly going to be physical characters, as Tien will be int type, and I suggest that you start with the Prime Battle Krillin, as it's very likely he will be required not only for damage, but also for the fact that he's an Earthling. The same can be said about the LR Master Roshi. Goku will likely also come in handy as a Saiyan Saga unit, although you should have him automatically. And that's that. That should cover everything you need to know. Please make sure that you farm Tien up to Super Attack level 10 before the Extreme campaign starts, so that you can benefit from the additional missions, which will give you 10 Dragon Stones, as well as some Kais. That's it from me. Bye.